Many women have suffered from yeast infections over time. Taking time to learn about them can help women stop yeast infections for good. The article below has the information you need to be one of those women. To decrease your risk of getting a yeast infection, make sure you dry yourself thoroughly after showers. Moisture is known to cause yeast infections. If you stay dry, yeast will stay under control. Seek medical advice if you think a yeast infection is occurring. The worst thing that you can do is let it linger and get worse before you seek help and get the appropriate medicines to reduce the infection. If you are prone to regularly getting yeast infections, you might want to consider the bath products you use. Stay away from any hygiene products that feature dyes or fragrances. These cleansers mess with the natural pH balance of your vagina, and that's what causes yeast infections. Rather, your focus and choices should be on milder products that are hypoallergenic. Avoid scented materials around the vaginal area. Scented products can increase your risk of having a yeast infection. This especially refers to tampons or pads that are in direct contact with your vaginal area. Furthermore, be sure to avoid using colored toilet paper, as it contains harmful dyes. If you applied a cream to the yeast-infected area, do not use diaphragms and condoms. The creams can decrease the effectiveness of these contraceptives. Stop having sex until the infection is totally gone. If you choose not to do that, talk to a doctor about which birth control is most effective at that time. If you suffer from recurring yeast infections, you may want to eat more yogurt. Your vaginal flora will be much healthier if you consume yogurt, as it contains cultures and probiotics. Reduce your risk of yeast infections and be healthier by adding some yogurt to your diet every day. To help combat yeast infections, increase the amount of sugar-free yogurt and garlic you consume. Garlic can help reduce the yeast and prevent infections. There are odor-free garlic tablets available for those who do not wish to ingest garlic. Additionally, having 2 cups of live culture, sugar-free yogurt in your daily routine will reduce current symptoms and ward off future infections. If you are trying to keep yeast infection at bay, be certain to practice good hygiene. Thoroughly clean the genital area. After that, be sure to dry down there completely. You can even use a hairdryer to keep yourself as dry as you can down there. So dryer is better since yeast likes a moist environment. You should shun wearing tight clothes and garments made from synthetic fabrics. Tight clothing, especially in forms of underwear, can restrict proper ventilation and trap moisture and heat. When there is inadequate air circulation, the moist and warm condition creates a growing environment for the yeast. Wear cotton-based clothing, which can take in moisture so that it does not touch your skin. Be careful when you are taking antibiotics. These medications are used to treat infections and viruses, but they also have a negative impact on your natural levels of bacteria in the body. This good bacteria is a vital component to a healthy body. Warm, damp environments are where yeast grow best. Any item of clothing, such as a bathing suit, that is what will provide ideal conditions for yeast to grow. After you exit the swimming pool or ocean, change into some dry clothes to prevent this from happening and keep this area dry. If you have a yeast infection, but prefer to avoid traditional medications, there are a variety of herbs that can help to conquer the yeast. Golden seal, rosemary and cedar are some popular options. Use these herbs to soothe the itching and burning that often accompany yeast infections. Seek out causes if you're a person that seems to constantly suffer from yeast infections. It may not be easy to find out what is behind your chronic yeast infections, but an honest assessment of your habits might help. Diet, birth control, sexual encounters and clothing may be the cause of yeast infections. Many women are familiar with the annoyance of yeast infections. People suffering from a yeast infection should know that there are lots of options available to them. Use the tips you just read to solve your problem. Please click the link in description to know how you can easily cure your yeast infection in record time.